It's your girl, the only Breaker. I'm back with another reaction video to by the title. I'm reacting to how a fake Lil Uzi tweet ended this rapper's career. I'm gonna right to this.
"14-year-old Duval DeShields Jr., nicknamed DJ, has a new BB gun he's waving around recklessly in the streets. He pulled out the BB gun to break up a fight among some young girls. Then DJ flashed the toy gun at a little boy, unknown age, named Nana. Nana runs home scared and tells his older brother Kyrie about the
How is
incident.
that a toy gun? I mean, it won't kill you, but...
Then DJ flashed the toy gun at a little boy, unknown age, named Nana. Nana runs home scared and tells his older brother Kyrie about the incident. Kyrie tells Nana to stay away from DJ. Then he walks down to 10th and Thompson in North Philly and confronts DJ. He wasn't being hostile, he just said to leave his little brother alone. DJ started threatening Kyrie. Then he pulled up his shirt and showed the gun hanging out of his waistband. Kyrie walked away to avoid escalating the situation. This didn't really sit well with Kyrie, though. Later on that night,
I'm sorry, that 14-year-old.
he went over to his friend Omir Bernard's house. Omir Bernard, age 14 at the time, is also known as Pop. You all know him as Pop Hunter, the rapper who made the viral TikTok anthem, Corvette Corvette. Kyrie went to Pop's house and told him that he was going to fight DJ for waving the gun at his brother. At around 8 p.m., Pop tags along and Kyrie goes over to 10th Street looking for DJ. He wasn't there. They decided to stick around since there was a bunch of people hanging out outside. Pop's mother was even there hanging out. Then, 19-year-old Dimitri
Went looking for trouble.
Brown, known as Meat, walks up to Pop and says, "Where the ops at?" Pop responds confused. "What is you talking about?" Then DJ rides up on his bike. Meat turns around to approach him. Pop grabs Meat's arm to prevent the confrontation, but Meat breaks away. Meat walks up to DJ and says, "What makes you think it's cool for you to pull a gun on one of my young bulls?" Then they started arguing, which led to a little scuffle. During the scuffle, Pop's mother, who was present at the incident, motions for them to go home since he had school the next day. DJ goes to lift up his shirt and grab the BB gun, but Meat grabs his arm. DJ turns around and runs away. Meat grabs a revolver from his coat and shoots him one time in the back of the head.
That's not self-defense.
Sadly, Duval DeShields Jr.'s life was taken way too soon. He was just a kid who was messing around with a toy gun, something me and my friends did all the time at the same age. And it cost
Yeah, but you do that to your friends. You don't do that to people you don't know and try to act hard with it. Like, you don't do that. Like,
his life. The 19-year-old was charged with third-degree murder and is serving 40 years in prison. Fast forward 5 years almost to the exact day. One of the witnesses to the murder, Pop, would drop a song called Adderall that would eventually chart on the Billboard Hot 100. Adderall was actually his second viral song. The first song, single, went viral earlier that year.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta watch that.
Duval DeShields Jr.,
I gotta watch this part all over again.
nicknamed DJ, has a new BB gun he's waving around recklessly in the streets. He pulled out the BB gun to break up a fight among some young girls.
that's DJ.
Then DJ flashed the toy gun at a little boy, unknown age, named Nana.
Okay.
Nana runs home scared and tells his older brother Kyrie about the incident. Kyrie tells Nana to stay away from DJ.
Okay, so he's the one with the gun. He pointed him. Okay.
He walks down to 10th
Who
and
the hell's
Thompson in
Meat?
North Philly
Where did
and
Meat come
confronts
from?
DJ. He wasn't being hostile.
Okay, so Kyrie confronted DJ.
He just said to leave his little brother alone.
Leave his brother.
DJ started threatening Kyrie, and he pulled up his shirt and showed
See, I can understand if he was playing around with his friends, but you don't do that to people. Like, you
hanging
don't.
out of his waistband. Kyrie walked away to avoid escalating the situation. This didn't really sit well with Kyrie, though. Later on that night, Kyrie went over to his friend Omir Bernard's house.
So Kyrie is friends with the rapper.
Bernard, age 14 at the time, is also known as Pop. You all know him as Pop Hunter, the rapper who made the viral TikTok anthem, Corvette Corvette. Kyrie went to Pop's house and told him that he was going to fight DJ for waving the gun.
That was Nana's brother, older brother. Wanted to fight
At
DJ.
around 8 p.m., Pop tags along and Kyrie
Where did
goes
the
over
meat
to
come
10th
from?
Street
Right.
looking for DJ. He wasn't there. They decided to stick around since there was a bunch of people hanging out outside. Pop's mother was even there hanging out. Then, 19-year-old Demetrius Brown, known as Meat, walks up to Pop and says, "Where the ops at?"
Like, where did he
Pop
come
responds confused.
And what's
"What are
Kyrie?
you talking about?" Then DJ rides up on his bike. Meat turns
That's a
around to
little
approach
tough
him.
one.
Pop grabs Meat's arm to prevent the confrontation, but Meat breaks away. Meat walks up to
Where
DJ
Kyrie
and says,
because Kyrie
"What
wants to
makes you
fight.
think it's cool for you to pull a gun on one of my young bulls?" Then they started arguing, which led to a little scuffle. During the scuffle, Pop's mother, who was present at the incident, motions for them to go home since he had school the next day. DJ goes to lift up his shirt and grab the BB gun, but Meat grabs his arm. DJ turns around and runs away. Meat grabs a revolver from his coat
Yeah, that's not
and shoots him one time in the back of the head.
Because you would have just let him go, to be honest. Like,
Sadly, Duval DeShields Jr.'s life was taken way too soon. He was just a kid who was messing around with a toy gun, something me and my friends did all the time at the same age.
yeah,
And
but
it
you
cost
do
him
that
his
to your
life.
friends.
The
not no
19-year-old was charged with third-degree murder and is serving 40
time
years
and
in
a place
prison.
for everything.
Fast forward 5 years almost to the exact day. One of the witnesses to the murder, Pop, would drop a song called Adderall that would eventually chart on the Billboard Hot 100. Adderall was actually his second viral song. The first song, Single, went viral earlier that year, but Corvette Corvette was so
it I'm
popular that
Single?
Philadelphia's
I'm
own
Single.
Lil Uzi Vert
No,
felt
it's
like it
not.
was only right to jump on the remix with Pop. They dropped the remix together along with the video, and that would rack up over 40 million views on YouTube, generating him 250,000 subscribers. Then a week later, Uzi started posting promo videos of a new song titled Takeoff that they were about to release. With 2 viral hits and now a second song featuring Lil Uzi Vert about to drop, it was looking like 2021 was about to be the year that Pop Hona goes mainstream.
Last year? I gotta swear that song came out during COVID.
You know, that little or not so little. Dads are known for. When you join Walmart Plus, you get free grocery delivery with no markups. Hey! The only thing you have to worry about is.
Oh my god.
Bro, I think your man's coming.
Hey, Mark, with YouTube Premium, there are no ads. Keep going, Loop.
Not
Just
paying
double
for
check
it.
and make sure you're subscribed. You might as well like the video while you're at it. Drink water.
Christmas
Fans
Eve.
noticed that Uzi removed all of the promo posts of him and Pop Hana for their song that was about to drop that very same day. Then paperwork of Pop's witness statement to the murder of DJ in 2015 leaked onto the internet. Now, one thing about rappers who claim to be from the streets is snitching or giving any information to the police is a cardinal sin. The last thing you want to be known as is a rat. So maybe Uzi was trying to distance himself from the situation before the blogs picked it up. Pop initially responded via his IG story and said, "Fake papers." A few days later, a DM exchange between Pop and Lil Uzi is leaked.
Wait, all that paperwork.
It was allegedly posted on Pop's close friends story, which means the public can't see it. Uzi said, "Lil bro, you gotta take me off the EP, I can't accept what you did. Come on, big bro. Everybody's starting to hate me because I was being loyal. I did what I had to do. I can't even get features from no other artist because of this. Sorry, Lil bro, I just can't respect what you did." Pop posted this and said, "I'm about to just quit rapping, all that paperwork just fucked up my whole reputation." But not enough
But
people
there's a
suspected this
lot
thing.
of rappers who be having paperwork. Maybe this paperwork is like real, but this is like rappers out here that got paperwork on them and they still be rapping.
Fake. They just assumed it was real right off the jump. But it raised a few questions to me. Why would Pop Hana post this conversation? He knows how the internet works. If this was a
Hell
private
yeah.
DM, keep it private. I know some of y'all are gonna say, but it's on his close friend's story.
I don't mean them close friends do not mean nothing, though. They do not mean nothing.
Still, it's one screenshot
Especially when
away
you got
from
too
being
much
all over the
people,
internet.
people who
It says that Pop and Uzi aren't following each other. Uzi at the time wasn't following anyone, so that's fine. But Pop Hana is not shy with the follow button. Why wouldn't you be following one of the biggest rappers in the game that you have 2 songs with when you follow hundreds of other people? The quote, "Everybody's starting to hate me because I was being loyal." Loyal to who? Doesn't really make sense, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And this is another weak point, but why would Uzi call him Lil Bro when he's claiming not to fuck with him? And also fans were saying that
Everybody
Uzi doesn't
calls
even
somebody
type
that.
like that. Then a tweet. Need
So
my
it's fake.
verse back. That song, Real Street Dudes Stick to the Code. This tweet was allegedly posted at 3:50 a.m. on Christmas Eve, a very convenient time for nobody to see it. Yet, somebody does have a screenshot. Now here's the thing, the DM photo was picked up by all the blogs on December 27th, and rap blogs are fast. They post everything within minutes or hours of them surfacing
Especially
onto
the
the
shade
internet.
one.
Especially academics who reports on everything first.
And too.
He was a few days late on this. So how did this tweet not get shared 3 days earlier on the 24th? With a caption something like, "Why did Uzi delete this tweet? Who was Uzi talking about?" I mean, that's like some typical rap blog stuff. Don't you think academics and other pages would post this tweet the same day
Probably
that
was
it
fake.
occurred? I'd imagine that whoever took this screenshot was trying to do everything they could to spam it to academics and all these other blogs.
Because
But
why
barely-
it don't got the date on it? Like, you know, it's just a little you could tell that's fake. Like, show the whole
Them even
screenshot where
post
people
this
was
tweet.
commenting.
They mostly just posted the DM
time.
conversation. I think people
Even if he deleted it, it would have said deleted tweet, but you will also see the tweet.
assumed the screenshots were real because neither Pop nor Uzi denied them. They
Probably
never
fake.
talked about them, so I guess we'll never know. But it doesn't matter, right? Because Pop actually snitched. Well, a lot of misinformation was being spread. In the beginning of this video, I explained what happened. I read through all 3 witness statements and the full memorandum of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Demetrius Brown, who was the shooter. Every video posted on YouTube said, oh, the details of the case don't matter. But then they talked about the case while people in the comments continued to spread misinformation. They said Pop was 13. No, he was about to turn 15. They said his best friend was killed right in front of him. No, he barely knew the kid who died. Then some people said his friend was the killer. No, he barely knew the kid.
That's what I seen too, like, it was his best friend, and I'm just like, I mean, and then it was like, he's not in the street. It was like, he's not in the streets, he was a good kid. So then it's like, if you're a good kid and you snitch on somebody, bro, what does that have to do with, like, street code? Like, he's not in the streets, he's a good kid. He just saw his best friend get shot. So that's what I'm thinking. But now it's like, first of all, if I see that, I don't know, I can't get involved with stuff like that. But he saw his best friend, like, if you see your best friend get killed and you're not in the streets, you have no loyalty to nobody but that person who died and their family, do the right thing. And even if you don't want to testify, well, there's so many other ways you could do it. You could tell their mother, and their mother, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't have to drag you into it. Yeah, they might question the mother, like, how you know, this, that, and third, but it's like certain ways you could do it. But it's like, also, he's not in the streets, so he could do whatever he wants. If you want to snitch on somebody who's not in the streets, like, he's not a street member, he's a good kid. I'm not understanding.
The academics and all these other blogs.
I understand that some people don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, tied up with the snitching thing, but it's like, he's not claiming to be a street dude. You don't hit. I mean, I don't know. I don't listen to the music. Does he talk about street stuff? If he doesn't, then
even posted this tweet.
the street
They
stuff have
mostly
nothing
just
to do
posted
with
the
him.
DM conversation. I think people just assumed the screenshots were real because neither Pop nor
Oh, that's
Uzi
fast.
denied them. They never talked about them, so I guess we'll never. In the beginning of this video, I explained what happened. I read through all 3 witness statements and the full memorandum of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Demetrius Brown, who was the shooter. Every video posted on YouTube said, oh, the details of the case don't matter. But then they talked about the case while people in the comments continued to spread misinformation. They said Pop was 13. No, he was about to turn 15. They said his best friend was killed right in front
That's
of him.
what I saw.
No, he barely knew the kid who died.
Then it's like, how do I keep going back? I'm sorry, y'all.
Killed right.
But then it's like, ooh, damn, you don't even know the person. Like, and the person who passed away, he was. Damn, the word is in my head, and I can't even get it out. But basically, like, messing with y'all, and it's like, you, like.
But no, he barely knew the kid who died. Then some people said his friend was the killer. No, he barely knew the killer as well. Remember, this is all
That's when it started getting tricky. Like, you didn't know him, you didn't know him. It's like, boy, mind your business. I would have been running. I ain't seen nothing.
the legal documents.
No,
Pop
you
was
know.
Kyrie's friend. Kyrie's little brother was the one that DJ waved the BB gun.
Because
And
low
Kyrie
key,
was-
at a young age, the cops can't do nothing to you if you saw something and be like, oh, you don't want to test it. The cops really can't do nothing to you, especially if these are not your people. You do not know them from a hole in a wall. Cops can't do nothing to you. Like, they can't send you to jail. Like, they can't do nothing to you, especially if you gotta. Like, they can't do nothing to you if you don't want to
Legal
testify. What the
documents.
hell?
Pop was Kyrie's friend. Kyrie's little brother was the one that DJ waved the BB gun. And Kyrie was going over to fight DJ.
That's what I'm saying, but he
Pop
wasn't-
was just tagging along.
Exactly.
When they got there, Pop was basically just chilling with his mom. Meat, Shooter, is the one who stepped in.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, like, where Kyrie went. Kyrie probably did.
Things escalated.
This has nothing to do with Pop. Nothing at all. This has nothing to do with him. Because where's Kyrie at? Where's the, what's his name? Nana. Where they at? Oh, they not here? Okay. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Clearly, I try to stop it and nothing happened, so.
According to Pop's paperwork and the memorandum, Pop was merely just a bystander to a crime. 1 week after the shooting, homicide detectives brought him in, and as a 14-year-old, he just reported the things that he saw unfold in front of him. I don't know if this changes anything
That's
to
it?
you. I don't know if you perceive the situation
Oh.
differently, but we do know which way the internet perceived the situation, and perception is kind of reality. So if people think that he's a snitch, then I guess he is. But 2 years later, in 2017, he was subpoenaed to court to testify again during the sentencing of Meat. Subpoenaing is basically when you're legally obligated to show up for court because your information is critical to reaching the conclusion of the crime. He showed up for court, testified on the stand, under oath.
See, my bad. I thought at a young age they can't do that to you, but I guess. But wait, if he was 15 so that he had to be like, what, 17? 18? I don't know. Damn, I really didn't know that. You could do that to little kids?
They asked him about the paperwork, the statement that he made right after the crime happened. He said, quote, "That statement, forget about it. Never happened. Nothing." So Pop Hunter in court said everything that he wrote on that paper was fake. Now you can make your own conclusion with that information. I'm a suburban kid. The last thing I know is anything about the street code or the ethics of the streets or what makes a snitch.
Also,
and
he's
what
taking
doesn't.
everything
But I
back.
do know that all of this information circling around the internet, whether true or not, ruined his career. Just a few months later, Pop posted a cryptic message on his Instagram, 20 years old with no purpose in life. Allah, call me home, I'm ready, I gave it my all. Then he went live on Instagram drunk with a belt around his neck saying how they ruined his life. His Instagram engagement has gone down so much he removed all of the likes from his posts. And he pretty much shut down once he realized he wasn't being taken seriously in the music industry. I'm sure he still has a little fan base, and he has released a couple of songs since then, but all his momentum is gone. He even tried to set up this fake stunt where a fan ran on stage at Rolling Loud and stole the mic from him. It did get people talking about him again, and he tried to use that buzz to promote his newest song, Maybe Call Me,
I heard that was
but he
fake
just
too.
resorted to people making fun of him even more. Does Pop deserve this response from the music industry and fans? Was Uzi just trying to protect his own reputation? And can Pop Hunter ever have a career in the future?
I kind of
New videos every Monday
I
and
can
Thursday.
understand where Uzi's coming from because, like, you don't want to involve yourself in, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if Uzi really, like, messed with him, he should, like, try to figure out, like, I don't know, try to figure out if it was real, why he did it. Because clearly he did write, and I ain't gonna lie, once stuff is on paper, it's like, it's on paper. You can't, I mean, you can make it, you know, like, work a little because at his sense, at the guy's sentences, he tried to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I ain't say that, you know what I'm saying, he tried to make it a little better, but it's like, you can't really make it better because it's like, you're kind of the one who got that guy locked up. But I don't know, in my head, it's low-key, it's like, it's self-defense, but it's really not self-defense because if a person is turn around, running, and you shoot them, that's not really self-defense. But then again, it's like, that little boy was, like, doing grown man stuff, like, waving around guns, showing people that you have a gun, and it's like, nothing positive comes with that. But then it's also like, I feel bad because he was 14, you know what I'm saying, he still had a life. But then it's like, I feel bad for Pop because it's like, he's in a situation where it's like, he's seen something, he feel like he gotta say something, but then also it's like, I don't know, if I see something like that, I don't know, I'll probably wouldn't say nothing, but then it's like, they sending you letters, so like, you need to come and testify, and it's like, see, as a kid, this is too much, bro. This is too much. This is why people don't need to have guns. This is just too much. This is grown men situation. It's not for little kids. But I also feel bad. It's like, damn, he had a career, and then this one thing that was years ago just comes creeping back, and just nobody hears about him now. But I don't know. It's kind of a messed up situation. I'm not even gonna lie. I really thought it was his best friend, so I'm like, all right. He's a regular kid. His best friend just got killed. A regular kid is gonna start telling, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, that's not his best friend. He didn't know none of them. It's like, I understand they say speak up, but then sometimes it's good to mind your business because of stuff like this. You wanna have a peace of mind also when you see stuff, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, if I see something like this, I probably pray to God. That's the only thing, because once it goes down to you snitching, it's like, I feel like snitching is worse because then it's like, cops ain't protecting you. I don't understand if cops was protecting you or if you snitch and people don't care, but then it's like you snitch, people is like taunting you, like, it's like, it makes you wish you really ain't say nothing, even though you try to help. It's like, you wish you just kept your mouth shut. So this is a crazy situation, but if you guys like this reaction, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, turn that post notification bell on so you're not bringing the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.